Home Secretary Priti Patel announcing that a deal has been done with France to tackle illegal small boat crossings. Going to bring you all the very latest in this report, guys, but please start off by hitting the subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss future reports. I bring you all the very latest here on the channel. Now, Priti Patel, Home Secretary, of course, announcing yesterday that she was signing a new UK-France agreement to tackle small boat crossings. She said that it will double the number of police on beaches in France, increase surveillance with cutting-edge tech, as she describes it, introduce greater security at ports, and ensure accommodation for migrants in France. And before I get into this agreement, let's just look at the context of this issue, because let's not forget this issue of small boats across from France to England has absolutely exploded in terms of numbers. Just to give you the context, the background on this, in 2018, 297 people reached the UK via this route on small boats. In 2019, it went from 297 to 1,840. And to give context of where we are now, the Sunday Times report that overall is estimated that this year 8,000 migrants in small boats have been taken into the care of Border Force officials, having reached UK shores or been intercepted in the Channel. A record number of migrants, nearly 1,500 in all, reached England by small boat in August, despite a vow last month from Priti Patel to make the dangerous route unviable. So that gives you the context of where we are and how the numbers have absolutely surged. Now, the government announcing that the UK and France are signing a new agreement to tackle illegal migration, that the new agreement reached by the Home Secretary and her French counterpart to tackle migrant activity in the Channel. Home Secretary Priti Patel and French Interior Minister Gérald Darmanin reaffirmed their commitment to making this route unviable. They signed an enhanced agreement which builds on the joint cooperation, and they claim that the proportion of crossings intercepted and prevented has risen from 41% to 60% in recent weeks. And they're talking about this agreement meaning more officers' numbers and uplifting the capability that will significantly enhance law enforcement operations against illegal migration, bolstering the patrol of the 150-kilometre stretch of coastline targeted by people smuggling networks. In addition to the increased number of officer numbers, the Home Secretary and Interior Minister, French Interior Minister, have also agreed an enhanced package of cutting-edge surveillance technology, including drones, radar equipment, binoculars and fixed cameras. And Priti Patel quoted as saying that the agreement is a significant moment for our two countries, stepping up our joint action to tackle illegal migration. And also going on to say that on top of these new operational plans, we'll introduce a new asylum system that is firm and fair, and she said she will bring forward new legislation next year to deliver on that commitment. And as with so many of these things, talk is cheap, action is what really counts here. And despite a lot of fine words throughout the year, we have seen numbers go up and up and up in terms of these crossings. What the Telegraph are also reporting is that the French are still resisting British pleas to take back migrants caught anywhere in the Channel or on UK soil, or to mount operations at sea to intercept and return the illegal small boats to France. Now, I do think the timing of this is quite curious. Let's not forget, in terms of the Brexit negotiations, we know that the hardline stance from the EU on fisheries is being really driven from the French side, who basically want to maintain what has been a disastrous status quo for the British fishing industry and coastal communities. Can we really look at this agreement in isolation, completely disconnected from the Brexit negotiations? Let me know what you make of that. Sources have told the Telegraph that there was no linkage between this agreement and fishing rights, but that remains to be seen, of course, as we see a lot of discussion and talk in terms of these Brexit negotiations and the area of fisheries. What I really want to know from you guys is, what do you make of this agreement? Do you have faith in Priti Patel to deliver on this? And what do you make of this in the context, of course, of where we are in the Brexit negotiations? Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. And as ever, if you've enjoyed this report, if you found it helpful and informative, please give this video a big thumbs up. We'd really appreciate that. And of course, you can support my work by hitting the join button down below to become a supporter. And of course, guys, as ever, thank you so much for watching.